listening to her music, sometimes with artists you feel like you're best friends. So we're best friends.
She's everybody's best. You missed her performance was absolutely amazing.
I'm upset, but I actually am obsessed. So I've watched a lot of your performances. Thank God for YouTube, because you really can feel like you know someone there.
Big
and
facts.
I know that Be Honest is doing so well for you. You have like over 20 million views like within the first few days. So with being honest, like, do you think that you could ever be too honest in a relationship?
She's jumping right into it, ain't
No, I find it really hard to lie. If I don't like something, then
Really? What's your sign? I'm a sign girl.
I'm a Gemini.
Scorpio.
Gemini's here?
Yes, how many Geminis in here?
Okay,
Hold on,
crazy,
this whole room,
deranged,
all of a sudden everybody's a Gemini? Right.
crazy,
I had no idea
deranged.
we work with this many Geminis.
Geminis are hard to get things past too. You guys are like to me chameleons. You guys say what you like. You can like fit in and say what you mean at the time. I feel like with Geminis. Has there ever been an instance where you had to be honest or say something to someone in a relationship where you just like, gosh, I really don't want to tell them this, but
Yeah, I love a plan. Like,
yeah.
oh, I don't know. I don't like talking about myself.
So you need a
Right
man
now.
that's going to kind of, I don't
I
want to
don't
say
want
take
a
control,
man.
but he has to kind of like give you the plan. If he has no plan, he plans to fail.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, he does.
I
Something
think
like
a lot
that.
of ladies like men who plan things. I don't know if men. Do you guys think y'all plan stuff anymore? I don't think you guys do.
Man, do we plan?
Y'all are
Do
like,
we playing
no,
around?
y'all don't. You guys are.
You take long.
I'll be honest.
They do.
In my relationship, I'm definitely not the planner. I'll be honest. My wife, Ashley, she's definitely the planner in the relationship. But I enjoy that. Like, I enjoy sometimes the ladies being able to plan. And the man still playing the man role, but I don't think we have to plan everything, because I think naturally females are better planners.
We are. We
Man.
pay attention to detail.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest.
Being honest here.
Now
So you and Burna Boy, you guys have
See
great
what I'm doing.
chemistry with Be Honest. And so what do you say to anyone who is looking for maybe a Burna Boy, Georgia collab project, EP?
I
No?
like that.
That could be fab. That would sound fab. We've
Really?
already got 2 songs already.
I
together.
know.
Need a couple more, and then there you go.
Yeah, you just give it to put like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them together and
Why
release
not?
it, huh? Yeah, no?
Come on, Nikhil, make that happen. Now, I'm going to take it back to day one. We kind of just jumping all over the place. Of course, if you're just tuning in, we're hanging out with the lovely, amazing Jorja Smith. I'm saying your accent, Georgia. Now, you're originally from Netherlands, and you live in London now.
When did you find that out? Nah.
Huh?
I'm from Warsaw, so I'm from the West Midlands, and I
West
live in
Midlands,
London.
and you live in London now.
I moved there when I was 18.
Now, when you first moved to London, your first job was McDonald's and Starbucks?
I used to work at McDonald's in Warsaw, and then I worked in Starbucks. Then I got a transfer to Starbucks to live when I lived with my auntie and uncle in London.
So here's my question. When you worked at Starbucks, what was your specialty? Could you make a caramel macchiato with
Yeah.
almond milk?
I can remember how to do that. You put the shots in first.
What?
Then heat the milk up, pour it in, and do that thing on top.
You don't need to remember that anymore,
Can you
honey.
imagine,
But I
Georgia?
can.
You imagine going
Let
to
it go.
Starbucks and seeing her? So
I know, right?
Now, fast forward, you go from, I guess, working at McDonald's and Starbucks to now becoming this amazing singer and songwriter. And your first single, of course, you put out, I saw on SoundCloud, and it just kind of caught, like, energy. It never stopped. It never slowed down.
Yeah, it's a bit mad. I'd never put anything else out before, so I didn't really know what to expect.
Did you feel like pressure coming, like, oh, my God, I'm catching too fast?
No, I don't really think I looked at it like that. I'm the type of person I just get on with things and just like just keep going, you know. Whatever comes my way, just.
What was the first moment or maybe first purchase where you were like, okay, I'm
made
doing
it.
this. I got this. This is going to work. Buy Starbucks. I'm out of here.
I don't know.
Was it a purchase or a certain performance where you were like, okay, 1,000%, this is it?
I don't really like to think like that.
No?
Because I'm like, I don't like being disappointed, so I can't think all the time. Like, oh, hold on, I'm rubbish at explaining things.
It's okay.
me
Take your
just
time. Take your time.
No, what I mean is, like, I never think, like, oh, I've made it, you know?
Mhm.
No, like, you know, things
Constantly
I could
striving.
wake up one day and, like, oh, I touched.
Who would do that?
Imagine if I lost my voice. But do you know what I mean? Like, things don't last forever, so you have to just.
Be humble about it and
Absolutely.
keep working.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Speaking of being honest, since you've been in the industry, what's the one thing that you think you've learned so far that you don't like about the industry, the music industry?
It's so small.
It really is.
So small. That's
What
not
do
a
you
bad thing, though.
Why you-
No,
why-
I don't know. I don't. I feel like, okay, so I'm not. I'm signed to my set. This is what I mean. I'm rubbish at explaining. I'm not with a major label,
Right,
so
right,
I
right.
feel like I've had my team since I was 15. I met my manager when I was 15,
Mhm.
and I've been with the same people since then. And I feel like I'm quite like
A
I
close
don't
family.
really feel like I'm in the industry, if that makes sense. I don't. Yeah. So I don't know.
You're comfortable with your team, and it makes
Yeah,
you feel
like we just do what
family.
we want. It's what I mean about
Yeah.
I'm controlling. I have to be in control. Please, I'm not a controlling person. I just need to put that out there because I've just been thinking about. I actually said hi. I'm a controlling person.
I
No, I'm not.
absolutely
Just
love
say-
So with
I
you
just-
being
when I
controlling,
edit that
and-
out. I mean, I'm a control bit, and I like being in control. So with my team, we just, no one's telling me write this, wear this, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Which I feel like that could be if you're signed to a major label.
So if you were in the studio writing and you don't know us like that, and we just come in there, you like, who is that? Get her up out of here.
I'd be like,
What's your studio vibe
Don't like him.
I don't like
Giving
people
me
in
bad vibes. Get him out of here.
No, I like people in the studio. It depends on my mood, to be honest. Normally I just write by myself. I play piano and write songs to that.
What
or
else
if I'm in
do you play?
studio. Or if I'm just piano. I used to play the oboe at school. It's a wind instrument.
What is it? The what?
The oboe.
Anyone know what the oboe is?
It's a double reed. It looks like a clarinet, but it's got a different reed at the top.
Shout out to Mike Swift. He was the oboe king, I guess, back in the day.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I would have sat
Thank
close.
you,
I would have
Swift.
sat close to you in band.
Thank you, Swift.
Real quick, while we're here with Jorja Smith, does anybody in the audience have any questions? It's not just about us talking to Georgia. This
Ask
is
me
more of
nice
a
questions.
intimate
please.
Nice
vibe type of
questions.
thing. Anybody? There's no such thing as a dumb question or a bad question. Ask anything you want. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Do you have a clear vision of what your next 5 years will be like?
Act like that was for me. I'm
That's-
like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I want to.
actually.
Well, how this year's been my favorite year, so I'm hoping every year.
Why is this year your favorite so far?
I've just had the best time. I've written loads of music that I've I've written loads of new music. I've done lots of great festivals. It's not been as busy as it was the year before. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm just, in the next 5 years, I don't know. I definitely just want it to keep going how it's been going. I hope that's what happens.
Well, you're in control, honey.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Do you ever get tired of people asking you about Drake?
No.
No? Okay. Because a lot of people, fell in love with your voice on More
From
Life.
I know.
And
That's
your
one of
Georgia interlude.
One of my favorites, by the way.
And yeah, so I mean. do
No,
you just-
it's crazy because that opened a whole new world for me. That could have his fans like me, so that was really good. So yeah, that was mad. Defo Big put me on to a lot of people who would never heard about me if they are not from England.
Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Is the music industry what you expected it to be?
I don't think I had ever had any expectations really of what it would be. I'm okay, how old am I? I'm 22, and I've been writing since I was 11, and then I put my first song when I was 18. I'm still young, and I feel like I haven't been in the industry that long, so still I don't know.
So figure it out.
Yeah.
We got somebody.
Hey,
in the back.
Frenchie.
Frenchie.
What are some of your influences and what are you listening to currently?
What are you listening to currently?
My influences are I grew up listening to Nina Simone and Amy Winehouse a lot, and I'm classically trained singer. So from 11 to 18, I was doing singing in German and French and Latin, doing all
That's
that
dope.
classical stuff. And I listened to. When you're younger and my parents always played music in the house, so I kind of listened to so much music, but I don't really know what I was listening to, but my parents would play so much reggae, soul, funk, and my dad was in a band before I was born, so in a neo-soul band, so he'd always be playing lots of stuff, but right now, I'm listening to so much dancehall. I just come back from Jamaica. It's
Big
the
up,
best.
big up
Oh.
Jamaica, my favorite place. in the world.
I'm
my favorite
it's
place
really
in the
cold here.
I know, I'm
I didn't
sorry.
even bring a coat big enough.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
We got another one right here. Yes, sir.
What's my favorite song? My all-time favorite song? My favorite song that I've made. Okay. My favorite song all time is a song I wish I'd wrote. It's called "You Sent Me Flying" by Amy Winehouse.
I know that song.
That's
I love Amy.
I wish I wrote that song.
I miss
That's
her so
incredible.
much.
Same.
Yeah, she's dope.
I wish I got to see her live, but
What's
you
your
choose.
personal favorite
Yeah,
song?
My personal favorite song. A new one that I've written. It's called. It doesn't have a name. It's saved as Jam 17 something.
Okay.
'Cause I think
I would
that's
love
the
to hear
date.
some of it
Okay,
right now.
Jam 17.
It's
We
the
would love to
date.
hear some right now.
How are you gonna hear it?
Acapella. We don't need a beat.
Like how? How?
We don't need a beat.
The chorus is nice.
Let me hear the chorus.
Let me see. Hold on.
You want to hear the chorus, right, ladies and gentlemen? Yes.
Let me try if I'm gonna remember it because okay, hold on. It's You burn like you never burn out. You try so hard, but you still fall down. You keep it all in, but you don't let it out. You try so hard, don't you know you burn out? You let it go in over my lungs. The fire's always there, no one needs to get hurt. You let yourself burn, you burn yourself out. You try so hard, she is falling down.
That was
QuickSilva
beautiful.
show
That was
exclusive.
so good.
Exclusive.
That's
Exclusive.
That's
Boom,
my
boom,
new
boom. Drop the
favorite
bomb right
song.
now.
That was
Have a
beautiful.
name now.
We had
Jam
another-
15.
We had another question back in the back, too.
Part 1.
You say you can't. It's a little really hard for you to speak sometimes. Is there any time that you ever get nervous? And when you do get nervous in those times, like what do you do to control that in this world of like social anxiety and things like that? How do you control your anxiety? And the second part to that question was,
It's 3 parts, man.
how do you handle your social anxiety was the first one. And the second part is, how do you deal with the expectations of others when you feel like you don't want to do something or you're not comfortable? How do you deal with that expectation?
Let me think. When I get nervous, so I have trouble focusing. Like my brain's constantly like going. That's why I'm thinking about loads of stuff, and then I'm thinking about something I
Same.
said there. Blah, blah, blah. How do I deal with? How do I deal with? What do I do? That's a good question.
You kind of just
I
push
just-
through.
Yeah, I think I overthink so. What's your question again? Sorry.
It was basically like, how do you deal with social anxiety?
How do you deal with social anxiety?
I'm really good at acting.
Okay.
So
I'll take it.
to be honest, like most time last year, like I kind of didn't want to be out a lot or like doing things, but I had to do, work the shows with her. So I'm just good at being okay.
Yeah.
It's not good to be okay if you're not okay, but what I mean is like just getting on with stuff. Even if I
Yeah.
feel bad or sad, like you have to just. I don't know. I don't like people thinking there's something up with me, so I'll just constantly.
Like when the lights come on and the music starts, then that all goes away. Like when the
Everything's
lights come on
great.
and the music starts,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
It's
put
crazy,
on a
though.
show.
You're such a dope artist and singer and performer, and when you forgot the words for a second, to be honest, I'm like, how is she gonna perform on like these big stages? Imagine if you were like,
Oh, I do that
The
a lot.
crowd sings
Right.
it.
And then when me and my band, we just laugh. They just because me and my band we're so close. We just like if something wrong happens,
Keep
we
on.
end up laughing because like if someone plays a wrong note, I'll be like, and then we'll just start laughing on stage. Or if I forget my lyrics, I'll look at Femi, my drummer, and he'll just be like,
That's dope. Though.
And you're-
Anybody
if you're
else?
Okay, so I do want to play a game called Be Honest if everyone wants to play, so she can be honest with us 1,000%. You down? All right.
She said, I think so.
Be honest. And you have 5 seconds to answer. Okay, so heels or sneakers?
sneakers.
Yeah, obviously.
Famous. Why am I saying sneakers?
Here's the sneakers for you, Dominique.
All
Can anybody
very
guess what the
nice.
diva likes?
right. I did this for you, actually. I
Thank
would have worn
you.
sneakers for quick.
She's lies. Lies, y'all. All lies. She's
Vacation or girls trip?
Girls trip.
Yes, girls. I'm a girls girl. Swimming or hiking?
Both.
Okay. Pancakes or waffles?
Neither.
I was gonna say both for myself.
waffles.
neither.
Waffles.
I don't fancy them today.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
She's a Starbucks girl.
Phone calls or texts?
Phone calls.
Oh, really?
Hate texting.
You hate texting?
Yeah,
That's
it's long.
interesting. A
I
lot
mean, I
of people-
don't mind, but it's long. And also, you can't say everything you need on a message sometimes. And you can't hear tone of voice.
Yeah,
And I
that's
can
true.
be really sarcastic and people don't get it.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm rude.
And real quick, I'm going to stick on that for a second because that's so real when it comes to text. And I'm a big fan of if it's something important, it warrants a phone call because you can't tell someone's emotions. So I can text you, hey, you good? And
I
I
read
can-
that as, hey,
and now
you
it's like,
good?
It
hey,
also
are
means you want to
good?
fight in
Or
some.
like you never know that hey you good could be something simple like hey nobody
Nah, you
good.
good.
But like
Need the
that text
commas
is misconstrued
and
so many
punctuation.
times.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially if it's all caps. Somebody texts something back in caps like are you screaming at me?
It's like, no, I just have my caps lock on when I'm driving.
Exactly.
All right, so action film or chick flick?
Action film.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dope. Growing up, was there any girl group you wished you were a part of?
Cheer girls.
Cheetah?
Cheetah Girls.
I was a Spice Girl in my
Cute
head.
girls.
I like to cheetah girls too.
I love
But
them.
I thought I was a Spice Girl for the longest. And I want to talk like that. My mother was like, oh, you can go
I
to
love
school
her
over there. But when I meat people that really talk like that, I don't sound like that at all. I sound crazy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah, you do. Don't ever do that
Not
again.
a lot.
No,
George
it
looked
sounds
at me
good.
like, is she serious? Is she serious?
We
She's
had
serious.
someone here that's actually is from Australia, and I thought I caught her accent on. Oh no, okay. Well, anyway, I thought I caught her accent on the elevator, and I was like,
She
oh my
gave-
god, I always wanted to be a Spice Girl, and she was like, I'm Australian, and I was like, okay.
Wrong country, wrong country.
Never been anywhere in my life. Have you ever written a song about an ex and then told them that that song was about them? Be honest.
No.
No.
And if they think it's about them anyway, they've got a big head.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it's not about you. I'm not even thinking about you.
Exactly. But
There's
no,
a-
I don't.
there's
But I'm the type of person, like, I wrote a song the other day about my ex, and I feel bad because, like, I don't want him to hear it, because then I'll feel bad if he, like, hears it and it's not nice.
Here's a crazy question when it comes to ex. We had this conversation on the show maybe a month or so. Do you believe once you break up with someone and that's your ex, do you completely cut them off, or do you need like closure? And do you still? I think I hit a nerve on this one. It's like, do you cut them off once they're done? Like once they're done, they're done. They don't
Yeah.
exist.
I'm the type of person I give so much. And then when I realise, oh my God, you know what, I'm done with this. Cut him off. Yeah.
Never happened.
That's me.
I'm that way too.
I'm that way as well.
Like I just have to act like you never existed. This never happened. You sure you that way, Quick?
I'm definitely that way. Shout out to Leah. We had this conversation, and Leah was one of the ones that said, we need closure. I'm like, what's closure? Like, there's no
Closure, say
closure.
goodbye.
Once I'm over, it's done. You don't exist. I don't want to speak to you.
Closure is a text.
That's
Bye.
it. Bye.
Are any of your teachers surprised by what you do for a living now? Be honest.
I ain't spoke to them.
No. Do you think they would be surprised?
No, I think they're really proud. Everyone's like really proud of what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, like I always told everyone like I'm gonna go to London and sing, and everyone like they were kind of like, no, you're not.
Why London?
But I did get in the because it's a city, like the biggest city, like that's where like London, you know,
So
everyone's
if you make it
there.
in London, you can make it anywhere.
Kind of. Well, that's how I saw it. But then like I got in the yearbook for I won most likely to be famous.
Oh, that's so dope. And now look.
Speaking
not
into
famous yet.
existence.
Not
Okay,
yet.
Little Bacon Bear.
Oh, Little Bacon Bear did. She's still not famous yet, but yeah.
Big facts.
She's still working on it. Well, congratulations to you.
Absolutely.
I'm just playing.
Hey, y'all.
I'm just
Another round of applause for Jorja Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful.
Please.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah, awesome.
little
Yeah.
We're so
Sounds
happy
like-
for you, and we hope 2020 just brings you like so many more amazing things. We're looking forward to another project. You've grown so much since your last
I
one,
know.
so
Yeah, it's
I'm
nice.
ready to hear this writing that you've been doing.
There's
She's
a
super
lot.
dope. You're
Thank
dope
you.
artist.
No, thank you so much, guys. This was fun.
Well, welcome to the DMV. Anything else you want to say to DC, Maryland, Virginia while you're here? I know you want to leave because it's so cold here. Sorry.
No, it's cold back in London, but well, thank
welcome
you
to
for all the
stay.
love. I don't want to stay.
Okay, well, I get a
We'll
party for
always
you.
come back because, you know, we have a lot of love for you here. So just whenever you want to come back, just come back to
Hey,
the
Ron, we
QuickSilva
doing
show.
a party with Jorja Smith? What we doing, man?
I love parties. I throw
Okay,
I
we
throw
go-
great
we
parties.
go- Speak this into existence, day one. I'll text you later my invoice. I'm joking. I'm joking.
We're really best friends
I'm
now.
joking.
All right,
Jorja
ladies
Smith.
and gentlemen, Jorja Smith.
Thank you.